Three problems out of all the issues we confront pose existential threats to our species. Nuclear war, environmental collapse, and technology upheaval are the three existential threats. We should concentrate on them. But do you know what they are? The way to survive is to discuss these realities today. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel and switch on notifications to avoid missing any of our videos. Let's get to the video without further ado. Nuclear war and ecological catastrophe are now well-known dangers. We hear a lot about technology's immense potential. And while these benefits are undeniable, technology has the potential to alter human civilization and the whole meaning of existence in various ways, from the emergence of a global useless class to the establishment of data colonialism and digital dictatorships. To begin with, there may be social and economic upheavals. Hundreds of millions of jobs will be lost as a result of automation. While new jobs will undoubtedly be generated, it is unclear if people will master the required new skills on time. People will have to do it not just once but many times during their careers, because the automation revolution will not be a single watershed event that will result in a new equilibrium in the job market. Instead, it will be a series of increasingly severe disruptions because AI is still far from reaching its full potential. Old jobs will be phased out. There will be new work opportunities. However, the new employee will quickly change and disappear. Whereas in the past, humanity had to fight exploitation, in the 21st century, the true battleground will be irrelevance. And being insignificant is even worse than being exploited. Those who fail in their fight against irrelevance will form a new class of useless people. People who are useless from the perspective of the economic and political system, not from the perspective of their friends and family, of course. And these worthless class will be separated from the ever-increasingly powerful elite by an ever-widening chasm. Not only across classes, but also between countries. The AI revolution can cause unparalleled inequality. Few countries such as Britain and Japan were the first to industrialize in the 19th century, and they went on to dominate and exploit the majority of the world. If we aren't careful, the same thing will happen with AI in the 21st century. We're already in the midst of an AI arms race, with China and the United States leading the way and the rest of the world trailing far behind. Unless we take steps to ensure that the benefits and power of AI are shared equally among all humans, AI will most likely create enormous wealth in a few high-tech hubs. At the same time, other countries fall bankrupt or become exploited data colonies. This isn't a science fiction scenario in which robots revolt against humans. We're talking about significantly less sophisticated AI, but it's still powerful enough to upset the world order. Consider what will happen to developed economies if it becomes cheaper to manufacture textiles or automobiles in California than in Mexico. What will happen to politics in your country in 20 years, when someone in San Francisco or Beijing has access to every politician, judge, and journalist in your country's medical and personal history, including all their sexual adventures, mental flaws, and corrupt dealings? Will it remain a sovereign nation, or will it become a digital colony? You don't need to send the military to rule a country if you have adequate data. Many rulers and governments wanted to do it in the past, but no one understood biology well enough. Nobody had the processing power or information to hack millions of people. It was impossible for the Gestapo or the KGB to do. However, in the not-so-distant future, at least some corporations and governments will be able to hack everyone. We need to accept the fact that there are no longer mysterious souls. We've evolved into hackable beasts. That's exactly who we are. Of course, the ability to hack human beings can be put to good use, such as delivering much better healthcare. However, suppose this authority falls into the hands of a 21st century Stalin. In that case, the consequence will be the most significant totalitarian government in human history. And we already have several candidates for the position of 21st century Stalin. Consider North Korea in 20 years. When everyone is required to wear a biometric wristband that continuously measures blood pressure, heart rate, and brain activity 24 hours a day. You'll listen to the great leaders' address on the radio, and they know just how you feel. And if we allow such complete monitoring regimes to emerge, don't expect the affluent and influential to be safe. Therefore, preventing the establishment of such digital dictatorship is in the best interest of all humans, including the elites. Even if we successfully prevent the emergence of digital dictatorships, the ability to hack humans may now jeopardize the entire definition of human liberty. Because humans will increasingly rely on AI to make decisions, power will shift from humans to algorithms. This is already taking place. Currently, billions of users rely on the Facebook algorithm to keep them up to date on what's new. What is true is revealed by the Google algorithm. Netflix recommends what we should watch, and algorithms from Amazon and Alibaba advise us what to buy. In the not-so-distant future, similar algorithms may notify us where to work and marry, as well as whether to hire us for a job, offer us a loan, and whether the central bank should raise interest rates if you inquire as to why you will be denied a loan. Alternatively, why did the bank not boost the interest rate? The answer will be the same every time because the computer says no. Because the human brain is restricted in biological knowledge, computational capacity, and data. Humans will not comprehend the computer's decisions. Humans are likely to lose control over their own lives, as well as their ability to understand general politics, even in ostensibly free countries. How many people today genuinely comprehend the financial system? To be generous, it could be one person. The number of individuals capable of understanding the financial system will be nil in a few decades. We've grown accustomed to viewing life as a series of decisions to be made. What will the meaning of human life be when algorithms make the majority of decisions? We don't even have philosophical frameworks to explain such a state of affairs. The standard agreement between philosophers and politicians is that philosophers have a lot of fantastic ideas. Still, politicians patiently explain that they lack the resources to put these ideas into practice. We are now in the inverse scenario. We are on the verge of a philosophical meltdown. Politicians and entrepreneurs now have the power to build heaven or hell because of the twin revolutions of information technology and biotechnology. However, philosophers are having difficulty imagining what the new heaven and hell will look like. And this is a really risky condition. We may be easily misled by naive utopias if we fail to grasp the new heaven quickly enough. And if we don't think about the new hell fast enough, we can end up trapped there with no way out. Finally, technology has the potential to alter not only our economy, politics, and philosophy, but our biology as well. AI and biotechnology will offer us godlike skills to re-engineer life and even create entirely new life forms in the coming decades. We are poised to enter a new age of inorganic life molded by intelligent designs after 4 billion years of organic life shaped by natural selection. Our intelligent decision will be the new driving factor behind life's evolution, and in exercising our new divine creation powers, we may make errors on a cosmic scale. Governments, companies, and armies in particular are likely to employ technology to increase human skills that they require, such as intelligence and discipline, while ignoring human skills such as compassion, aesthetics, sensitivity, and spirituality. The consequence could be a species of humans who are extremely intelligent and well-behaved, but who lack compassion, artistic sensitivity, and spiritual depth. Of course, this isn't a prediction. These are only some of the options. Technology is never predictable. People in the 20th century exploited industrial technology to create a wide range of communities. Fascist dictatorships, communist regimes, and liberal democracies are all examples of dictatorships. In the 21st century, the same thing will happen. While AI and biotech will undoubtedly change the world, they can also be used to create quite different societies. Unfortunately, at a time when global collaboration is more important than ever, some of the world's most powerful leaders and governments are purposefully undermining it. Leaders such as the US president argue that nationalism and globalism are inherently incompatible and that we should choose nationalism over globalism. However, this is a risky move because nationalism isn't about hating outsiders. There is no conflict between nationalism and globalism. Love for your fellow citizens is at the heart of nationalism. In the 21st century, you must work with foreigners to ensure the safety and future of your compatriots. As a result, good nationalists in the 21st century must also be globalists. Of course, even if we vanish, the world will continue to exist. Something will live on when we are gone. Eventually, the rats may take control and restore civilization. Perhaps the rats will learn from our errors. That concludes today's video. Please subscribe for more informative videos.